Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. Woohoo! Sundays. So for my new people, this is not a political poll. This is Sunday. This is a spiritual poll. We gather together every Sunday to just tap into source energy, tap into spirit, to God, whatever you want to call them. And this is wherever we are in the world, whatever time we're watching in the world, we collectively share our energies in a circle, and those energies get amplified and transmuted into source energy and connect with source so that we can evolve and become better human beings. And today what I'd like to talk about, many of you know that I got super dizzy. I had a lot of vertigo this week. And some of my spiritual brothers and sisters were saying, oh, you're getting a download. This is part of the Ascension process. My Missouri roots are saying, you just got dizzy. So I'm thinking to myself, well, let's look into that. Let's look into this ascension process, this density, this higher dimension. And so when I look into this, what I get with the densities and higher dimension, densities are individuals. Let's just think of it like that way. Densities are vibrational densities. If we have a lower vibration, if we're fighting all the time, that's a lower vibration. If we have a loving vibration, it's a higher vibration. The more people we have in a higher vibration, we are going to raise our dimension. So we can have a dimension, fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, whatever, and still have lower density people in it. But the higher density we have, then that dimension, I guess, would then be called a fourth dimension. Okay. That's what I want to talk about today. So, as always, I like to set a stage, set a space. And I almost went to Chaco Canyon out in New Mexico. And I was thinking about doing a journey where we get to meet an angel. And I think that's going to be next time or further down because it's a lot more work. But on this one, where I'd like to go, I'm going back to the water. But this time I'm going at night. Who's coming? All right, so as take a couple of breaths, deep breaths, slow, tap into our spirit, tap into our grounding. And as we come out of our doors, out of our rooms, out of our houses, and we start walking into this field, and the field goes down a hill onto a beach, and the moonlight is bright enough that we can see our path very clearly. So we're not going to trip, we're not going to fall. And we get to the beach, and some of us are there and they've already started a little fire. And we can see the moonlight on the water, and it's glistening. You can almost see the stars on the water. It's that kind of calm night, but the waves are still crashing on the beach. And as we gather around this fire and we're looking out at the ocean, we want to ask ourselves, how do we get from this vibrational state that we're in, this density of, it seems like it's anger and fighting and stuff, and how do we raise that density so that we can go to a higher dimension, that we can ascend to a different dimension? So let's just take a look. Deviant moon. Well, you know, that's going to be the lower density. That deviant moon deck is going, come on now. We have Prism Oracle, Return to Spirit, Shaman's Dream, Work Your Light, and Good Tarot. I went a little crazy. You can pick row 1, 2, or 3. You can pick 1 and 3, 1 and 2, whatever you want. All of them, none of them, just to see what it plays out. Let's see how we actually move to a different dimension. All right, so row 1, this current dimension. Ooh, 4 of Swords. When you look at this card, it doesn't look very good. Sick. Sick. It's like she's buried underground. She doesn't look very happy, does she? You know, if she tries to get up, then she may get stabbed in the side by those swords. This one's pointing right at her. It's not a very good card. It's feeling sick. It's retreating. It's not moving forward. That's kind of the feeling that we're in right now. And I'm not projecting that on you guys. Maybe it's me. You know, I feel like we're stuck a little bit. The color that we should, oh, look at this. It's blue and it says flow. Our flow is upside down. It's hard to move in another and raise our vibration when our natural flow is upside down, when it's buried, when we have sick thoughts, when we're not feeling good about things. How do we change that? Return to spirit. Okay, vibration. So, if we're trying to ascend to a higher vibration, but it's really, and that was upside down. So it really means that our vibration was upside down. Our flow is not correct. All right, Shaman's Dream card. What can you tell us? Ooh. Dream Thief. Refusal of the call. It seems like you know, we don't want to be here. We don't want to be in this sick position. We want to move out of that. However, our flow isn't good. Our vibrations are upside down. And we're not answering the call to go higher. We're going back to this lower energy. In the Work Your Light, well, here we go. We finally have an answer. Get grounded. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I've never heard that before. Connect with nature. For those of you who know me, I'm joking. Because we're always about connecting with nature. And the Good Tarot, the final call card is call. Yeah. Answer the call. We have the refusal of the call. Answer the call. Get grounded. We don't need to be That card's pretty grounded. That's underground. That's not the grounded I'm talking about. Turn your flow upside down. Turn your vibration upside down, not a lower vibration. Turn it up, right side up, so we have a higher vibration, so we don't have the dream thief stealing the call. We get grounded and we answer the call. Cool. All right, so here we go with row 2. Ooh. So this lower vibration is all about fighting. It's the 5 of Wands. And it's not like winning at any cost. It's just like, just verbal abuse. Certainly that's going on. Everybody's pointing fingers and yelling at each other, and it's this lower yuck. And the next card we have, well, look at that. It's red, it's energy, it's upside down. This fighting, this continuous bickering, this not letting the flow happen, it's keeping our energy upside down. In the return to spirit, but we know what to do. We have intuition. Listen to our intuition. Let that guide us. Let that change our energy. After we have a fight, not that I ever have a fight, but when you say you're sorry and it's over and it's done, it's so great. The feeling is so good. And it's like, yeah, that was pretty stupid. I was pretty mean, but I learned something along the way. And you feel like you're a better human. Not that you needed that fight, but the forgiveness of it makes you stronger. Oh, speaking of which, teachability. The hollow bone. So in certain shamanic cultures, I don't know them all, but the first time I heard that term was Frank Fool's Crow, the Lakota shaman. And he said, in order to be a shaman, you need to be a hollow bone. You need to take away all the ego, all the pretense. Get rid of everything. Just be a hollow bone so that you can be filled up with the grace of Wankantanka, of source energy. And certainly that is part of our intuition. To change this energy, turn it right side up, and not just be fighting, have a more evolved, comfortable, grounded, peaceful life. And work your light. If we become this hollow bone and get filled up with the source energy, whatever you call that, let go of all the ego, we will have an awakening. And we will have an ascension. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And that's what people were saying that I was getting with this vertigo. And yeah, my doctor goes, yeah, it's positional vertigo. Okay. But if I shake my head, I don't get dizzy sometimes. Sometimes I do. So it's partly positional, but a lot of it isn't. King of the earth. Now, is that king of grounding? King of Earth, King of Pentacles. You don't get to be a king by being in this lower energy. You have to rise above that. Because if you were down in this lower energy of these guys, you would just be a warrior. You wouldn't be a king. All right, for those who picked row 3. Oh, look at you. Winner, winner. Riding into town as a winner. 6 of Wands. This is like Jesus riding into Jerusalem, and they had the palm fronds that they were laying down. This is all hail. Woohoo! This is great. So this row feels like it could be a higher density in a lower dimension. And the color card we get is caution. Why is there a caution with that? Because we get too full of ourselves? Riding in as a winner chicken dinner? Saying, hey, maybe I need to make more money because I'm a winner. Because I'm all that. Come on now. Let's swell the ego. Anyway, there's a caution with this type of riding in as superior. And our return of spirit, oh, violet flame. This violet flame, I hear Saint Germain with this. And he's been popping up in my imagery and in my experience a lot recently. And it's all about, for me, in this, obviously, and I should have mentioned this before, you guys get to pick your own interpretations of these cards. That's probably more important than my interpretations. But for me, this is all about just staying in to that higher source, to that God energy, to Wankantanka. Staying that hollow bone so that we have that violet flame that heals us and connects us to the God source. The shamanic dream. Mindful. Groupthink. I think we had this last week, and it was, it took on a lower vibration energy. In this column, it takes on the higher vibration energy. As we change our individual vibrations to a higher vibration, and we tap into this blue flame energy, violet flame energy, being hollow bone, tapping into this source energy, our groupthink raises the dimension. We now go into another dimension. Councils of the light. Groupthink. So this council of the light, this is groupthink of higher beings. This is the higher dimension. Moving into that higher dimension. And the final card, good tarot. Oh, look at that. 4 of water. And here's a gift. Take it. She's given us a gift. Take it. Okie dokie. Okay. These lower vibration cards, there's a challenge to move out of them because we keep getting dragged back into it. This dream thief, refusal of the call to get out of this lower vibration. We're always being dragged back into it up on this row. And I think that's true for a lot of these. But we have get grounded. We have the King of Earth. We have letting go of our worth, our egos, whatever that is, being the hollow bone, allowing spirit, allowing the God force to come in and take over and wake us up and lift us up. And by lifting us up, we get even more grounded. Isn't that crazy? In a good way. All right. So as we hang out on the beach with the full moon, it's not a full moon, it's getting close. Watching the light on the water dance. I just heard a whale breach and breathe as we're sitting out here. Send love and light out. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us. Peace and love.